Hello, welcome to Emerge Wellness. This is my very first video for Emerge Wellness. I am Deanna Lund. I'm the founder of Emerge, and I wanted to talk a little bit about on this Wellbeing Wednesday. I wanted to talk about a little bit about redefine. So redefine is one of my 3 core principles. It's number 1, and it's number 1 for a reason, because it's really the most, it's like the biggest, the largest part of really the journey towards healing. And this can be thought of, obviously, how I work with people in the physical body, but also that, in my opinion, also translates a little bit more to working through physical, starts to then illuminate things that are happening in our everyday lives. And we get to kind of work on redefining those things as well. So I'm looking down because I have notes, as I tend to bounce around a lot when I talk. So I'm going to just keep myself on task by reading my notes and keeping talking. So anyways, this is my largest part, really, redefinition. So thinking about the term of what that means, like to transform, right? We redefine how we think about movement and how we think about ourselves, what we're capable of. And in that redefinition, we start to really find, I think, a lot of growth. This is kind of coming away from preconceived notions about movement, conditioned thoughts such as I need to strengthen something that's weak, or I need to stretch something that's tight. Sure, okay, that has great aspects to it, and we're not wrong in some way. However, we need to kind of start to look at how we're moving first, right? And like, that's the redefinition. It's sort of starting to almost like what I like to call a regression to progression. So sometimes I might even regress to building block A all the way down, and start to really build another nice, really healthy, functional foundation on top of that building block A. We go back to start and we start to build from there. And it's the cake. It's the cake to me. So this is like the ingredients, and we bake the cake, and it's now the cake, right? So this is the big coup de grace here. So this is why I really like to start with that redefinition. I know sometimes people have clients that come in and they're like, how is this really helping me? It's like, what am I supposed to be feeling? A lot of those things, just because we're really dialing it back. We're really dialing it back to like a really, a seed of awareness of movement, and really understanding all of the patterns that we've used to help our way through our everyday lives. It's an awesome way our body does and works, right? It finds a pattern of movement to keep us going. And it's great, it's awesome, but at the same time can cause us pain and suffering. And we want to, at least for me, I want to try to bring myself and my clients away from this. I had to redefine myself, in a sense, as a teacher, and how I thought about movement and cues and certain things about the way I was approaching it, to be able to get myself, my own body, and my clients to the next level, to that place where they can really start to restore, and then they get to revitalize. And those are the other 2 core principles that I have following redefining. So if we go back to the cake, the restoring aspect of it is like the icing on that cake. And revitalize is we get to eat the cake, right? So now we get to enjoy all the things and the activities that we weren't able to do before, or we hadn't been able to do in a long time, maybe even thought we never would do again. So redefinition, huge part. And we can go past that sometimes in the physical, where we start to recognize that when we start to think a different way, we start to explore and experience things in a sometimes, an uncomfortable way, because it's not what we know. We really open it up. We really open it up to finding, just this expansiveness, right? These things start to just come away. It's like that, that onion. We're going back into just peeling the layers, and then we just really get to the core of our being. And that's the cool part. So in thinking about redefine, sometimes becoming comfortable with the uncomfortable. and going forward from there. So I hope you get to think about, we get this chance any moment of the day. We get to redefine. We get to look at, we have a choice. We have a choice whether we choose to redefine, whether we choose to transform, or whether we choose to just stay in the path of least resistance. So which one do you want to do? I hope it's to redefine. So anyways, until next time, thank you for joining me on Wellbeing Wednesday, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.